Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Number of articles, a majority of articles regarding Wimbledon now and Roger Federer's celebration make me almost want to vomit. Not because of Roger Federer, which was an extraordinary tennis player, but the guys around him. The media, the Wimbledon organizers, even the British Crown showed up to celebrate this guy now that he got the most Wimbledon wins, 8. That's a lot. That's fantastic. The problem is Wimbledon is occurring right now. They play. Djokovic got 7. He most likely is going to get 8, which will equal Federer. Maybe in a week or two. And then possibly, I would like to see Djokovic surpass. I want a history in the making. I want to be part of history. Like when Serena won her 23rd or 20-some Grand Slams. I want to see that. Great. The same here. Well, I hope these guys didn't use any or anything like that. I think they're all clean. So, I don't have anything with Roger Federer. I have a problem with how these guys look down on Novak Djokovic, and they propel these guys over there where they should be. But it's bad taste. So I'm going to share with you three articles where you're going to see how Roger Federer is seen as a royalty. Why now? Why at Wimbledon? Because they have this window of opportunity of about 2 weeks or a week. I don't know how long Wimbledon is going to last, 2 weeks, 1 week, I don't really care. But they have this little position where Federer still has 8. And they say, let's do it, sponsors, let's do it. And I think also ATP, or a World Tennis Organization, whatever you want to call it, is in bad shape now. They have a problem that Djokovic, the Serb, is winning a lot and breaks all the records that are to be broken over there, and don't like that a bit. It's just my assumption, and I will make my point, bring my evidence that I gathered about this. And this little example of adulation, it's just makes me, I don't like it. I don't like it because I think it's fake and I think it's political. You know what I expect? If all this will happen to Djokovic when he retires, I will be, okay, Emil, that's fine. All right, they did it. Great. They're just fair. Just fair. But I guarantee you that when Djokovic will retire with, 27 or 26 Grand Slams, with, 9 Wimbledon wins, shattering each and everything, and he retires, I guarantee you he's not going to be invited like this guy is invited right now. And I also have here a little record between Federer and Djokovic to show you that Federer, by all means, has a lower record than Djokovic. You might not like it, but hey, that's reality. Deal with it. So, you're entitled of your own opinions, but not your own facts. So here it is. Agence France Presse. Federer wows Wimbledon crowd from Royal Box. Even my favorite Kate had to come here and be with this guy. Hey, wear a belt next time. Anyway, I don't like that thing. Are you getting fatter? What's going on with you, buddy? Anyway, so even she had to do it for ATP, for Wimbledon. They put everything. They brought this guy here, great, just to get some audience. Because it seems like Djokovic doesn't draw the audience for the reasons I already mentioned. What are you doing? You need to go to the bathroom or something, Roger? Anyway, Wimbledon paid tribute to Roger Federer on Tuesday as the 8-time champion returned to the scene of some of his greatest triumphs. Fantastic. Remember, not for long. So the center court crowd gave the Swiss great a prolonged standing ovation interspersed with cheers as he entered the royal box. All good, and he deserves that. So, beep, beep, beep. I don't know why he was brought here, but anyway, good for him. I don't have anything with this guy. Now, this is one, right? He is right here with Kate, with celebrate crowd, blah, 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 blah. Next one. This is from the Telegraph. Andy Murray, a guy who, okay, overcomes, who is not the same level of any of these two, Djokovic or Federer, but they try to push him for obvious reasons. He's not at the same level. He's far from being at the same level. Yes, I said it. Go and check the record. And Andy Murray overcomes nerves to blow Ryan Peniston away in front of, what's this word here? What does that mean? Royalty? Roger Federer. Regal or regal. Can you imagine that? You don't care, obviously. Right here. All right, and the third one is this. Princess Kate attends Wimbledon with Roger Federer. See the photos. Kate, the Princess of Wales, took her friendship with tennis legend Roger Federer off the court for day 2 of Wimbledon 2023. Her Royal Highness was seated next to Federer and his wife, Mirka. I think she's, what, Croatian, was she? I think something like that. It's not Serbian, it's Serb, is she? In the royal box of London's All England lawn tennis, blah, 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 blah. So, here it is. Nothing wrong with that. But if they have to bring her here, and not only, I like that thing over here, I like the dangling things. And let's see now the direct, history record between Djokovic and Federer. So, one won 27, the other one won 23 in direct games. 46% wins, 54% wins. All right, so this is a direct thing. This guy's 23 Grand Slams. I think that he has 20 Grand Slams, if I remember. The only thing that this guy, I think, has at this point, this guy number one for I don't know how many weeks, this guy, far behind. The only thing that this guy has, one thing I think that has over this guy that I know of, probably there are some other ones, is the fact that he won 8 times Wimbledon. That's all. You can look at some Masters or whatever other weasels, but I don't think he won the Roland Garros more or the Australian Open more. This is the only thing, and this is the regal king Roger is brought to. Well, I'm expecting when Djokovic retires to be called the Emperor Djokovic to come. Why? Because obviously he's going to be above this guy. Do you think that would happen? Don't hold your breath. Because why? Let me give you a direct experience that I witnessed. I watched an interview after 1990. It was about 1994, 96, 97, and about, not 97, 94 probably, 95, around 96. No less than 97. And Romania had a very good football team at that time with Hagi, Popescu, Petrescu, and other. It was a very good football team. And Hagi was one of the best players in the world at that time. Very good player. I liked him. I liked many others. But anyway, and we were asking the Romanians, how come Hagi is not? I mean, he's good. He played for Real Madrid, played for Barcelona, Galatasaray. But I don't want to. However you want it. When you see Barcelona and Real Madrid, obviously you think of the best clubs in the world. When you think about Galatasaray, as much as I like it, you don't think as being one of the best clubs. However, I don't want to insult anybody here, but let's put it this way. And you can look at the record, history, and so on. So he played for these two clubs, and he was still not on the first page of greatest, blah, 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 and he was not promoted. His transfers were very, very low, I think he transferred for about $4 million in Barcelona or Real Madrid. Very poor for a football player at that time. But others from the West, and I'm not implying that, I'm saying it, who were not less known because they were known more than he was, but not better than this guy, not in the first 10, they made better transfers. You see them advertising and all, they were more pushed. And we were wondering why. We expected, this guy is one of the best, let's say 5 in the world. Why not? He's everywhere. And it was an interview with, I can't remember who that guy was, but a Romanian international from the team, and he explained. And he said, because we are Romanians. I was like, oh my God, don't say that. What do you mean? And he said, look at Eastern European players. Some of them who are the same as everybody else on this planet, the Brazilians, the Germans, the French, and so on. And he said, you don't see that because they are not promoted. Why? Because they don't sell. Because they don't want, he said, the public, that was his thing. The public, it was a player, this guy, or it was a manager of a player, how do you call it, one that sells and manages the players. He said it was a manager, I think. And he said, because that person does not sell, the Western fans would not identify them with a Romanian star or with a Polish star. They will identify with something that they have. Like we would identify more with, even though for me it was Karl-Heinz Rummenigge was for me the greatest player there at one time. I mean, obviously Johan Cruyff and others, and they're not Romanians, by the way. And I still think they're the best and so on. But he said because the Eastern Europeans are not promoted because they don't sell the commercials. So going back to these two guys, I think is one of the main reasons why you see Djokovic not so popular and not promoted as the other guy. He has sponsorships and sponsors and all that. But this love for the Swiss versus the Serb, and it's the money. Why do you think Kate was invaded? Yes, invited over there. You can tell me where she was before some other people come. Yeah, okay, well, good. Maybe I just jumped the gun on this one, but it's obvious. It's obvious. I'm reading articles about Djokovic at Wimbledon. The article I saw at Wimbledon was he played the first game. It was the court was soaked in water, and Djokovic helped with his towel, for show off anyway, to dry it up and so on. And here is a picture over there with Djokovic like showing to a spot to a guy with a blower, like he's the boss. He's a bad dude somehow. I like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who said, you know what, you want me to be the bad guy, I will be. If you want me to be the good guy, I'll be, whatever. He said the problem these guys have is that my enemies will turn into being my friends. That's their problem. So the same with this. I never had anything for Djokovic, against Djokovic, for any player. I don't like when they're promoted. Oh my God, look at this guy. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, even I know. I'm not like an ignorant on tennis, but really. Murray, Rana, they push Murray over there. I don't want to put the statistics and all that with Murray, but they push him for the same reason. And now I'm gonna insult a lot of people, and I'm gonna tell you the perspective from other countries and other nations, and I'm gonna talk about Romanians in this case. We're always wondering why England, the football team of England, I have nothing against, just to start with, is always placed as being one of the possible winners of World Cups. Always. The 1966 World Cup in England, watch those games and you figure it out, that was the only time England won. Good, great. And Bobby Charlton and those guys, fantastic. Were you the best? I don't know. There were others that were the same level, I guess. But hey, that's it. Just a coincidence. They were the best at home. And people who are familiar with football, they know that the home teams are, you want to see it? Go to South Korea and Japan World Cup and see how I think South Korea won against Italy. Remember that one? Oh my Lord. Won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? So here it is. They're always favorite. And we were like, why? Well, because it's England. All right, well. I didn't say this to insult anybody. It's just that some countries somehow are there because of the past, or because why? The results? Many times those results were not even there, and they were always considered in the same breath. Brazil, Argentina, Germany, France, and England. These are always the ones that are over there. Good or bad? I mean, not good. Best team for that tournament or not good team for that tournament? They are always listed. And you can have, Hungary or Poland being over there and playing their ass off and being good. No, because it's Poland. Why? Boniek or something? What's his name? Anyway. Lebanovsky now? Lewandowski. Okay, but Boniek, yeah. So, no. Or the Ukrainians, you get so many. I'm not going to go to Shevchenko, and if you go even before to Blohin. And they were now, oh my God, who knows about Blohin? Ukrainian, right? Played for the USSR, I think Dynamo Kiev. Anyway, my friends, I know it's hard for people on the other side, like for an English guy, British guy, German friends, to say, Emil, you're just exaggerating. Well, I'm just telling you what I see from this side and what I talk with people and how the press talks about it and how people, if I meet, talk about things. And, if I'm wrong, which sometimes I am, obviously, I have no problem saying, yes, I was wrong on that one. But I'm telling you, I'm sharing with you what through direct experience, by observation, by reading, I see this kind of things happening. Anyway, I hope Djokovic wins at least 9 Wimbledons. I think he ends up at about 27 Grand Slams and he never retires. Just kidding. And right now, I guarantee you, he is not going to be invited and hailed and blah, 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 unless the ATP and they need some more fans or create a little bit of a vibe. But this guy, right here, royalty. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong. That makes me love them more for that. Them being these weasels with the mass media and the whole money-making machine. That is tennis, actually. What do you think? So they're over there just to show us how it's a lot of money, and it's a business. Good for them. They succeeded. There are many other sports that are not so successful at all. Not because the people don't like that sport. The people managing it are not as good as advertising it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.